Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our Week 10 Arena Football League Wraparound, where we're going to take you around all of the games on the Week 10 slate in the Arena Football League. And let's get this thing kicked off by breaking down the Spokane Shock as they travel to San Antonio to take on the Talons.
Now, the Shock have been putting up some impressive numbers all season long. They're second in the league in points scored with 601, and they also come in second in TFLs. But after losing 3 straight games, last week they got back on track with a victory versus New Orleans. That seems to be everybody's remedy. Play the voodoo, you get back on the winning track. But I still worry about their defense. They struggle on third downs. Opponents are converting 51% of the time. And also in the red zone, opponents are scoring at an 85% rate. They have to get better if they want to be atop the National Conference West Division. Now, when you look at San Antonio in this game, they're sitting atop the Central Division in the National Conference at 4-4. 2-game winning streak coming into this matchup. Quarterback Nick Hill is starting to find his groove, and it's easy to do that when you have wide receiver Jomo Wilson to get the football to. Outstanding player in this league. But defensively, they have been strong all year long. 45 points a game they're giving up. That's unheard of in the Arena Football League. And when you look at the defensive line, Joe Sykes and Tim McGill, they've done a great job getting to the quarterback. Combined 14.5 sacks on the season. They're really putting the quarterbacks on the ground and giving their offense, who's sputtering, a chance to win the game. But I still like the Shock in this matchup. Although I still question their defensive struggles, they have enough offense to put points on the board. So this game may end up being a shootout, and I don't think San Antonio have enough weapons to compete in a point-for-point situation with Spokane. Now let's travel up to the Keystone State as the Pittsburgh Power take on the Cleveland Gladiators. And when you look in the Gladiators secondary, you're going to see a familiar face, Joe Finesse, the outstanding defensive back, returns via trade. Yes, they had to give up a top defensive lineman, but you get a guy back there that's going to help your football team out. You team him up next to Lenny Wicks, and now you have a formidable secondary. Now, offensively, when you look at quarterback Chris Diker, got the start last week, did an impressive job. 4 touchdown passes, no interceptions. And if they can find some level of consistency on this football team, whether it be defensively or offensively, it bodes well for the Gladiators' future and moving forward. Now, when you look at the Power in this game, they're going to start quarterback Steven Sheffield for the second time. You may remember him starting at Texas Tech. Did a great job last week. Now, we know about Pittsburgh's offense, and we know about how much they've struggled all year long. Barely could put the ball in the end zone. One game only scored 14 points, but Sheffield was able to show enough last week, protect the football, which was key, but also move the chains. They still have to do a better job in the red zone and also on third downs. So there's still some struggles there. That's why I'm going with Cleveland to win this game. I think Cleveland's defense, now with Finesse and Diker back there as a starter, second week in a row, providing that consistency, I think the Gladiators are able to go on the road and come away victorious. Now let's travel down to Florida, where Orlando takes on Jacksonville. And when you look at the Sharks in this game, you look at a team that's reeling. 3 straight losses for the Sharks, and this was a very good football team in the beginning part of the season. 6-0 they started, and they still are an explosive bunch. Jerron Harvey, outstanding wide receiver. They get Josh Philpott back to this ball club. Now you had him with Marquis White. There's a lot of weapons for R.J. Archer, who's filling in for Bernard Morris to throw the football to, so their offense will be able to put up points. They got to play with better consistency. That's the theme this week in the Arena Football League. Now, when you look at Orlando, Aaron Garcia has come in and stabilized that offense. The wily vet, the future Hall of Famer, has added a playmaker at that position. Now, we know Orlando has talent on the flanks. We know their defense has beef up front. Can they compete versus one of the best teams in the Arena Football League now that they have a quarterback that's capable? I think they'll be better, but I don't think they'll be better than Jacksonville this week. I like the Sharks to win this game. However, this is a rivalry game. This game will be close, and this is a better Orlando Predators team, thanks in part to Aaron Garcia at quarterback. Now, here are the remaining games on the Week 10 schedule in the Arena Football League. Some barn burners this week. Philadelphia takes on Tampa Bay, which could be a playoff matchup between the Soul and the Storm. You look at the Iowa Barnstormers traveling out west to take on the high-flying #1 team in the league, the Arizona Rattlers. This team is just putting up some crazy numbers so far this season. And when you look at the Utah Blaze taking on the San Jose SaberCats, Utah is in a must-win situation. They're 6-3, but they're third in that division. They have to beat teams like San Jose and like Arizona if they want to make the playoffs. But this is a very good Blaze ball club, as well as the San Jose team. Should be a great game out west. And the Chicago Rush take on the New Orleans Voodoo. We talked about the Voodoo struggle with the Rush. With the season. And we know the Rush has some inconsistencies. There's some ownership questions, but they can get back on track versus a team that's struggling in New Orleans. For more Arena Football League coverage and all their stats and notes, visit arenafootball.com.